Hello there YouTube, I'm Wheelchair21 and today is a vlog to commemorate my 10th anniversary here on YouTube. Now essentially I am considered a YouTube content creator and a YouTuber due to the fact that this is the only platform I post my videos to. However, I see myself as a toy reviewer, product reviewer, and so on and so forth. I just don't really like associating myself with YouTuber because I just think I'm a product reviewer, but because this is the platform, that's how it goes. So I began on March 2010, or should I say March 10th, 2010. And a lot of shit has happened, a lot of shit has changed, and we gotta talk about all of that within like 10 minutes or less. So we're gonna break it down into three parts, and the best way to explain it is we got part one, the journey, part two, Copa and my health, and three, what's on the horizon for all the restructuring from past, present, future, and so on and so forth. So let's get this show on the way. Part 1, The Journey. Like I said, this video should be going up on March 10th or a few days after due to the fact that my first video went up on March 10th. Now, essentially, I began doing YouTube videos as a hobby and as a way to sort of get involved with the Tokusatsu fan community as well as be a part of other fan communities, since I don't just love Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Godzilla. I do like stuff like Transformers, and I've done stuff like that, and I've done other stuff like Gundam too. And so I started doing videos due to the fact that it was a good suggestion to move forward with it, having talked to friends at the CS Toys chat back in the Ustream days, like Shuken Shinobi, now known as Toy Collector Shuki or Collector Shuki, and Eugene 42181, and a few other guys. At that time, like I said, doing YouTube videos was kind of a hobby, but you could also still make good money off of it, and by back then's means, your actual reasoning to become a YouTube partner was drastically different than it was today. Back then, you just needed somewhere between like 100 and 1,000 subscribers, but X amount of views, and they would say you're a partner, you have ads, and technically it could be financially awesome while having a cool little hobby on the side. And I thought, okay, I want to do this because I like making videos, but making some money back isn't too bad either. However, as the belly of the beast obviously changed, they changed how you could become a partner, how you could get money, how you could get AdSense, and it did obviously break the system because of how the algorithm works. It looks for people who can put out more videos quicker. People also using the system prefer people who have overly polished videos, as if it's like almost sort of like an indie film, an infomercial, a commercial, due to whatever you're doing. Like, so if you're a product reviewer and it looks like something I would see on the buying channel, the buying network, people are probably more inclined to probably want to watch that video than me, where I have just a toy in front of a camera and my hands dwiddling with it. So it's one of those things where me and my friends have these debates all the time about what are these people actually watching certain reviews for? Is it because of the demo aspect, or is it because the natural criticisms about the product too? And that gets really messy and long end debates that never truly end due to personal preferences and opinions. And so, like I said, I began doing reviews. I think a lot of my best content is when I'm doing the Daikaiju genre, when I've done Godzilla stuff, when I've done Ultraman stuff, is usually my better stuff on the channel. However, there are things that I think are still good, such as some of my few Transformer reviews, some of my Digimon reviews, the rare Daigunder products that I got, and then there's obviously the Mini-Pla reviews, which I do love. Ironically, a friend of ours who's going to be editing this video for me ironically thought I wasn't the one of the originators of Mini-Pla reviews and thought it was Visible Ninja. But the funny thing was, he began reviewing Mini-Pla because he was splitting cases with me, I think. Whereas I started doing Mini-Pla before him after Sound Out only did one of the Shinkenger Mini-Pla reviews, and he was like, "I'm done with this." And I was like, "Hey, could I just piggyback off of you?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And that's literally how my Mini-Pla uh, craze sort of happened. It was mostly because of Sound Out. I think we were like the only two people at the time in 2010 to have like done anything from Shinkenger's Mini-Pla line. And so, like I said, I've been doing all that for 10 years. Mini-Pla and Ultraman and Godzilla stuff alongside Kamen Rider. And then, due to what is essentially part two, COPPA, we hit a huge roadblock in like late 2019 because like freaking Copa just comes in and it really screws everyone up because the law advisors trying to explain it to the general public either were contradicting each other or confusing one another as well as your general audience. And it made it seem like if you did anything that was like directed at children, so if you played video games, whether you looked at vintage toys, whether you looked at modern toys, whether you were talking about an old cartoon you grew up with, like say if you were an 80s kid or a 70s kid, or you were just talking about the criticisms of animation and other stuff as like an actual critic, you could be seen as for kids only. And if you didn't abide by the guidelines of YouTube and COPPA, you could get legally fined, and that got into a crazy debate and spiel all over the internet with petitions and whatnot. But at the time it broke, people like myself and Soundout, we chose to take a break from YouTube, and we were working on trying to figure out if YouTube starts going crazy with COPPA, where can we still put out our content where it shouldn't fully be affected by possibly the weird copyright bots of YouTube where they just mark anything indiscriminatory as a copyright or as a COPPA infringing act. And we were like, well, we'll have to find that out. So we were working with other friends to fix the situation. And in that time, like we said, we were scared shitless. However, luckily, we found out what COPPA means is usually like if you're trying to obtain kids' informations or you're actually trying to directly market and try to make kids want to buy a toy or want to buy a product, then you're bad. But because I'm reviewing for like the general adult and teen collector audience, because I do use a couple of curse words in here and there, it means I wasn't intending it for kids. Even though it's about something for kids, I wasn't intending it. So like me reviewing a Studio Series Transformers figure, this is from a movie that was released like 10 years ago. And so essentially like only about 10 or 12-year-olds would know what this is. Outside of that, you have the longtime Transformers fan base that would want to know if they wanted to get a collector piece from Michael Bay. So, like, talking about it as an adult means I'm not directing it to say, hey, 5-year-olds, go buy this toy. I'm saying people my age and older, you might want it if you like the movies or you like this character or you just like the toy for what it does, if you're one of those kind of people. And so that was good to know and refreshing. But at that time, when it finally got resolved by, like, Christmas time, I was having like a few health issues. I was having issues with like my knees, my back, and my shoulder. And now, like, you're gonna wonder, why did I start off with knees? Because even though I don't feel my legs, like I don't walk on them, I can't move with them, I get like this incredible bad like shoulder pain, like I do like just from moving it. I get like a weird knee pain where it's so inflamed that it feels like someone's just like stabbing you in the leg, and it makes life so miserable. Like, I can't sit in my wheelchair for long times because of the position. So, like, it was only allowing me to either, like, lay on my stomach when I wanted to, like, play video games, or lay on my stomach when I slept, or, like, just alleviate it in some shape or way. It just got so nuts and so obnoxious that, like, I couldn't sit in the chair to review. I was having shoulder pain, so I couldn't, like, lunge over a camera to move stuff. And, like, it just got really miserable. And when you feel like that for more than like a couple of hours a day, you probably have to figure out how to restructure, which essentially is part 3, what's on the horizon. So, with the whole thing of the fact that I had to start restructuring my stuff, the idea was either I'm going to start reviewing my content where I'm either just doing the audio and video and having friends edit it. However, I will be considering doing collaborations with friends where either I shoot the video or they shoot the video, we perform an ADR script, and then we find someone else to edit it for us, and so on and so forth. However, due to the fact that I did shoot some videos at the time when COPPA first broke, and I haven't published them, like Shinshoku Seiho Kamen Rider O's, that will be one of the first things that comes out, as well as other new content, such as S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider 01, Ultraman Taro, and the new Doyle's DVDs. We're going to be trying to do Doyle's DVDs in a different way. We're going to have one version that's like the regular version that I've been doing, where it's just me reviewing the product and talking about the show on screen. And then we're going to try to do one that's possibly like behind like maybe a Patreon paywall, because we're going to need a little bit of financial backing, just a few dollars, to produce like full edited episodes. And when I mean like full edited episodes, I mean it's going to be using actual video content from the film in a actual research material sort of way. So when I'm talking about, say, Hayata, you're gonna see like an actual visual of Hayata. You're gonna either see a clip from the show, or you're gonna see like a tidbit of like promotional artwork from the show, like actual press photography and somewhat that you're allowed to be using in videos. And so we're gonna figure out how to do that in the months to come, because I really want to do this with Ultraman, specifically the Mill Creek releases, because I really do love Ultraman. I really love Kaiju Iga in general. So, I mean, I love Godzilla, I love Gamera. So, we might see if we can start tiptoeing into other aspects with how Doyle's DVD works, even though these are Blu-rays now. So, we might change how the entire title and script and formatting goes as we move forward. So, to wrap up, like I said, it's been 10 years. Crazy stuff has happened, especially in the last 6 months. And we're just coming back from that and feeling the effects of that. But in that meantime, I want to do a special shout out and thanks to all my friends that have helped me through all of these years of being a producer and, say, podcaster and website runner. So let's run down the list real fast. First off, we got to go to CS Toys, because without them, I technically wouldn't have met a lot of the friends I had. And to go in chronological order of meeting the friends, you have people like Collector Shuki, Eugene 42181. Then you have people like Exploding Shark Deluxe Robots, Darkon, Project RDM, who will deny being my friend for over 10 plus years. And you have Metal Symphony / The Visible Ninja, who shortly followed suit with Project. You have also Sound Out 12. You have people from Raijo Nihon / Hirotaku like Oga and Ivory, Toma, Kaito. Yeah, I know her username is the same as an Ultraman, but I digress. You have my other friends that I met through Raijo Nihon, like the Geek Fighters, like Fighter Kaus and his crew, and they helped with me, Project, our friend Brian, and Sound Out form Hero Club, where you can see that crazy ass janitor Joker hang out sometimes, and other people, as well as, like I said, the guy who will be editing this video for me, Darklaw 633 or 653. He has a similar last 3 digits as Darkon, I think. I'm not too sure. I'm so confused right now. But like I said, like I gotta thank a lot of the people who have helped me, as in personal contacts and friends, as well as the various subscribers and fans that have either avidly commented on my videos, as well as just been able to watch all my content in the years that have come and gone. I don't remember all of your names, so please forgive me. For those who actually are like loyal longtime fans, just please leave a like and a comment so I can at least give you the actual appreciation and praise for being here as long as you have. Like, if you comment saying, yo, I've been seeing your videos since this amount, I'm going to make sure I thumbs it up, and I'll give you an actual comment of thanks and yada yada yada, and try to start a dialogue with you. So overall, like I said, look for all the things to come on this channel. You can always check me out on social media at Wheelchair21 on Twitter, as well as check out my website that I run with my friends, hero-club.com, where you can find us across social media at Hero Club for Life. So until then, I'll see you all in the next rolling review and or Doyle's DVD, whether it was previously recorded like months ago or just being recorded now.